What's up, guys? Higgins in Japan here with another edition of the Friday video. The Friday video is a video that I am making right here in my car on the way home from work on a Friday, and as you can tell, it is stop and go traffic, and I don't know why. It was raining really hard not too long ago. It's still raining just a little bit now, but maybe the road's flooded? I don't know what's going on down here. Lots of traffic going on, but we have a new edition of the Friday video, and I'm back from vacation, and I had every intent in making videos and still making videos on Friday, and I just honestly didn't get to it because I was really busy, and so a little police action going on. Maybe there's an accident up here. What's going on? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we... The joys of driving in Japan. Alright. Okay, I don't know what you're doing, so I'm gonna go around you because you're literally holding up an entire road. Anyways, so I was on vacation, and I only made like one video, and it was like 1 minute long, and got more views than a video should, and but hey, a video of mine should. Anyways, so I'm driving home from work, and I put out the call for questions, and I actually got questions this time. Normally when YouTubers, usually when people make videos that say, hey, I got this question from somebody. Yeah, no, that's a lie. Nobody ever sends anybody questions. But actually, I got questions this time, so it's technically not a lie because I wrote them down. That's how you know that it's legit, because I wrote them down. So yeah, so vacation was great, and I had an awesome time down in Kansai for 4 weeks, and yes, it was a really good time, and I'm glad that I can go down there, you know, once a year at least, and help out, and yeah, so that was my summer vacation. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram or any of that crazy stuff, you'll see all of the pictures and videos and stuff that I took, so you know that I was doing something. But let's get on to the questions, because I have a couple that I want to talk about, and they might go into some length, and so I don't want to waste all of my time sitting here yapping about nonsense like I usually do. So first question, right out the bat. Also, yes, that is a cop in front of me, so I'm gonna... So this is actually a question that I got from somebody, and they didn't actually say, hey, you can use this question in a video, so I won't mention their name, but this is a question that I actually got while I was down in Kansai, and somebody wanted to know about me driving in Japan. I wanted to know if I went to driving school and got my driver's license that way. And I made a video about it a long time ago, and so if you want to check that out, wherever the little icon pops up that will let you watch that video, you can click on that and hear the full story. But basically, no, I didn't go to driving school. As you can tell in most of my videos, I'm a poor driver. Yeah, no, I did not go to driving school in Japan. And the process, I'll just quickly go through it. The process is you have to get your driver's license translated since I'm from America, so get my driver's license translated, and then go to the driver's license center, fill out a bunch of paperwork, take a 10-question quiz about driving rules, so basic stuff like what do you do at a red light, or what do you do at a four-way stop, simple things that you should already know, that aren't too difficult. Even for Japan, the driving laws aren't all that different. So there was that. Then you have an opportunity to check out what track you'll be taking your car, or taking your test drive on, so basically you don't really know until you get there. They kind of randomize it, but there's a couple different courses that you can actually go through, but they will tell you in the morning, hey, you're going to be on A, B, or C course. You can check it out. You can go outside. You can walk around the course. You can do whatever you want to do short of actually driving the course to prepare yourself. And I would highly suggest that if you are going to take your driver's test in Japan, that you do just that. You go around the course, you find out the places where you're going to have blind corners, you find out the places where you're going to have to do certain things. I was fortunate enough to have somebody with me that spoke Japanese, that knew the course, that had highlighted the route that we were taking, had highlighted things on the course, when to speed up, when to slow down, when to brake, when to honk your horn, when to do all that stuff. And so that was a positive thing for me. So I didn't take a driver's test, or I took the driver's test, passed it the first time, got my license, no problem. Now, some people go to driving school, and I don't really understand. I guess maybe if you've never driven before, but driving school in Japan costs around 3,000 American dollars. So if you have $3,000 that you're willing to spend on going to driving school, then go for it. But it's not necessary for you to pass the test. It's not necessary. It's not required. Is this person asleep? I don't know what you're doing. Wake up. And so yeah, so it's not. I just made eye contact with somebody coming out of that 7-Eleven, and it was the funniest look ever. Anyways, yeah, it's not necessary, but hey, if you want to spend $3,000 to have somebody teach you how to drive in Japan, then hey, it's your money, right? But yes, so I didn't take it. If you want to know more about driving in Japan, or the driving test in general, like I said, the link will pop up somewhere. The other question that I got was from, let's see here, Matthew and Narina. Oh yes, and they wanted to know, can somebody just come to Japan and teach? Can somebody just walk in off the street and be a teacher, be an English teacher? Short and funny answer: sure. I've seen plenty of ALTs that look like they just walked off the street. No. Truthful answer: no. Actually, you cannot just come to Japan and be an English teacher. If you want to come to Japan and be an English teacher, you have to fulfill visa requirements, because you can't work under a tourist visa. It is illegal. And so the basic requirements for a visa are: you have to have your passport, has to be up to date, and you have to have what is it called? Oh goodness, I'm blanking. You have to have a bachelor's degree. That's what it is. So those are the basic visa requirements to get a job in Japan, period. Now, if you get a job for, say, a dispatch company, their requirements are literally just that you have a degree and that you have a pulse. Not even necessarily if you can actually speak the language, because quite frankly, some of the people I've seen dispatch companies hire, I kind of question some of the standards that they had to get through, because, I mean, look at me, they hired me, right? But anyways, yeah, dispatch companies have really low standards. So if all you have is a degree and all you have is a visa, they'll hire you. Teaching English in Japan is not a difficult job. There are some aspects that, hey, if you want to be good at your job, if you want to be a good teacher, yeah, there's some things that you'll have to do. Do you have to do them? No, you don't have to do anything, really. If you work for a dispatch company, half the time you don't even have to show up for your classes and you won't even get fired. You could be a thief and a blatant drug user, and dispatch companies will still hire you and not fire you and continue to employ you. But hey, that's a story for another time. But yeah, sure, anybody can just walk off the street and be an English teacher. But if you want to be a good English teacher, I would suggest maybe taking some classes on how to teach, maybe taking some classes on how people learn foreign languages. I took a class in college called Second Language Acquisition, and it was probably one of my most favoritist classes. That's a thing that people say, and that's how people word that phrase. It was a great class because it really got me thinking about how people learn languages and how people learn English in particular. And so for me, it was a really interesting class. But yeah, taking classes, getting, a TESOL certification, while it's not required for jobs, it'll definitely help you become a better English teacher. If that is your goal, to come to Japan to be an English teacher, because I know a lot of people, it's just the open door to getting you into Japan, and so then that's when you get the teachers that probably shouldn't be teachers, because they're just here on vacation. And the last question came from Miss Nicole on Twitter, and she wanted to know, how long did it take me to get accustomed to the time difference between Japan and my home back in the States? It's a 14-hour time difference for me. So it's basically an hour and a day. So it's an hour behind and a day behind. So that's how I keep track of it in my mind. So if it's 12 o'clock here, it's 11 o'clock p.m., last night, basically, in the States. So that's, I feel like for me, and for traveling, for jet lag at least, it takes me longer when I go home to America to kind of get over jet lag than it does coming back to Japan. And maybe that's just because I'm on vacation, and so, you sleep in later and you don't really care and whatever. I can't really, there have been times, and there are times that I know friends of mine have forgotten the time difference. I get a message at 2 o'clock in the morning while I'm asleep, or 3 o'clock in the morning, and people go, oh yeah, I forget you live in Japan. That's why I keep my phone on silent most of the time, just because you never know which random friend is going to forget, oh, that's right, Higgins in Japan means Higgins lives in Japan. So, but for me, I feel like it didn't really take me that long to get adjusted to the whole thing, because you kind of fit it around your schedule, right? You can talk to people on the weekends, you can talk to people certain times of the day, so you can just kind of fit it around your schedule. So yeah, it didn't take that long for me. But jet lag is always a fun one to try to get over when I go home. So, all right, well, that's gonna do it for this week's episode of the Friday video thing with me, Higgins in Japan, aka not the guy in the Mentos commercial. Ugh. Also not DJ Khalid. I know it happens all the time, but that's the way it goes. If you have any questions or comments, head over to facebook.com/HigginsInJapan. There you can send me messages. You can also do that on Twitter. All that good stuff is on the screen right now. You know how to do, like, comment, subscribe, all that dumb stuff that people have to say, and there's something with a bell or something. I don't know anymore. I don't care anymore. If you have a good time here, let people know, hey, this is a good time here. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm gonna go. It stopped raining. I'm gonna make dinner and relax, because it's Friday. And you guys relax too. Have a good one. Peace. This way. This one of them means something bad. I don't remember.